Government's policy of converting polytechnics into technical universities is expected to start in September this year. The move, according to government, is to help reposition the polytechnics into strategic institutions for the training of highly skilled human resource to drive the nation's socio-economic development. The aim, we're told, is also for converted polytechnics not to become traditional universities with similar mandates or duplicate the courses and programs that the universities are currently offering. So we currently have Deputy Minister of Education in charge of tertiary, Okudzeto Ablakwa, joining us. How are you, sir?
I'm good, Steven.
It's been a while. It's nice to see you. Now, this conversion, I mean, it's been raising eyebrows. I mean, Tamale and Cape Coast are not happy. They say that it's discriminatory that they were not included. I need you to first clarify what processes went into which university, which polytechnic becomes a technical university, and then we can determine how fair that was.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. Good evening to you. It's good to see you again, and good evening to our dear viewers. As viewers will recall, this is a major policy pledge made by President John Dramani Mahama during the 2012 campaign. In his 2013 State of the Nation address, he re-echoed it. He intimated his commitment and asked the Ministry of Education to execute this vision. We went to work. We convened a meeting with the National Council for Tertiary Education, which is a constitutionally mandated body to advise the ministry on tertiary education. We then decided that we will subject the vision of His Excellency the President to scrutiny. So we set up a technical committee, an 8-member committee chaired by Dr. George Afeti sometime in July 2013. The Dr. Afeti committee then analyzed the President's vision. They had a term of reference that included the need for them to assess the President's vision, whether Ghana was ready. They were also to develop a criteria for the conversion, a roadmap for the conversion, if it is the case that we should convert the polytechnics. The Dr. George Afeti committee submitted their recommendations to the National Council for Tertiary Education, and we subjected their report to validation on the 6th of January 2015. All of us met in Accra, the Conference of Rectors of Polytechnics, the Polytechnic lecturers, the unions, the student leaders, Vice Chancellors Ghana, NCT, NAB, AGI, and other stakeholders. And we validated the report. One of the key recommendations that came out from the validation session, and the report is available, we put it up on the ministry's website. The Rapporteur General was Professor Goski. The validation session, which validated the Dr. Afeti committee report, stated that one, the conversion should not be wholesale. In other words, it should be based on an polytechnic by polytechnic assessment.
And any reasons for that? I mean,
the reason
was wholesale?
The reason that the Dr. Afeti committee gave, which we all agreed at the stakeholder validation, is that all the polytechnics are not the same. And we ought to learn lessons from the upgrade of our technical institutes to polytechnics. And we also had the opportunity to study other jurisdictions. Germany carried out this conversion in 1972. The UK, the United Kingdom also did it, but there were challenges with theirs. So we understudied best practices elsewhere. And the overwhelming conclusion by all the experts was that it was important that we didn't carry out a wholesale conversion, and that it was important for a certain set of criteria to be met. The Dr. Afeti committee categorized the criteria into 3 parts: institutional, academic, and then the industry, what they described as the industry academia nexus. So this was the 3 main categories. And for the institutional, the Dr. Afeti committee said that it was necessary that for a polytechnic to be eligible, you should be offering at least 4 BTech programs. And these BTech programs should be in the sciences. It also said that you should have the needed governance structures well put in place. The academic criteria focus on the number of faculty, the senior professors, the senior lecturers that we should have, the number of PhD programs, and all of that. And then the academic industry nexus focused attention on the need for standing binding MOUs with industry. The Polytechnic should show strong linkage with industry, because Polytechnic education is practical education. Let's remember that the vision of His Excellency the President is to transform the structure of this economy. To transform the structure of this economy, it means we should be adding value to our raw materials. We should be doing more manufacturing. We should not just be a dumping ground for imports. And to do that, you need the skilled professional. You need
and these
the
you can get more
hands-on,
from
and you can get that
but
from.
I need to get a better understanding.
And we also have to understand that technical universities, some countries call them University of Applied Sciences, is the highest form of polytechnic education.